Just like that.
We back. I don't know why the song Jesus Be a Fence was in my brain.
Fred Hammond.
Jesus be a fence all around me every day.
I'm asking you to protect
me as I travel along the way.
I know we can. Yes, Lord. I know we will.
Yes, Lord.
Fight my battles.
Yes, Lord.
If I just keep still.
Yes, Lord.
Lord,
be a fence all around me every day. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, y'all. Okay. We don't mean to offend our atheists out there, atheist fans, you know. We just sang it. We ain't having church. We just sang it.
We just like to sing.
We just like to sing, y'all. What was that? What were those doing over there? What was that?
Oh.
just grabbing stuff. Okay, so welcome back to the Soulful Cream Podcast. I am Cream Diggler.
And I am Soulful Mexican.
And we are so happy that you are here with us again. You know, we've been looking at the statistics and we have a lot of repeat business, and we're so proud and grateful for that you guys are coming back like that.
Yes, we thank you for the support. You know, I had one listener reach out to me, and he was talking about how one of his friends told him about the podcast. So he said it's like he was driving doing Uber. It's like, I'm going to check out one episode, see what it's like. He ended up binge watching all our episodes.
Oh,
he's like, wow, I really enjoyed it. It's like, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
That's awesome. I've been getting, like, you know, good feedback too. And as you mentioned before, I mean, I've had, you know, feedback like, oh, maybe I want to try this, try that. And we appreciate that, you know, because nothing's perfect. Long way. Yeah. You know, so today's episode, we are talking about upgrading. Partner, can I upgrade you?
Upgrade you.
Flip a new page, introduce you to some new things, and upgrade you. You know, what does it mean to upgrade someone? You know.
So when I hear you talk about upgrading somebody, it's just to make them a better version of themselves. Like you were in their life for however short or long period of a time, and in whatever capacity, be it friends or be it something romantic, but something that you gave them some type of particular skill or access, or just introduce them to alternative fashion options, things that
resources,
yes, that improve their quality of life.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking about later. Have you ever done it? Has it been done to you? What celebrities has had it done for them, and who's
based on our observations.
Yeah, based on our observations. This is all our own scientific research here, yes. But of course, before we get into that, we have our introduction of topics that we like to cover.
Yes.
And we're into the summer, and we've just finished a lot of fall or spring graduations.
So congratulations to the class of 2022.
Yes, congratulations.
You worked hard. You earned it. To all the graduates from kindergarten through high school, college, continuing education, to all you PhDs out there.
To you folks in technical schools. Yes. Congratulations, because to study, to put yourself out there like that it's no easy feat.
No. And then some of you are doing that with one job, with two jobs. Some of y'all are doing while you're raising kids.
Yes.
You are truly the all-stars here.
Yeah. Kudos to y'all. And to those of you who sitting on your ass and know you didn't finish that degree you started.
Now, wait a minute.
To those of you who didn't get that GED that after you dropped out of school, unless your life has moved in the direction you wanted it to already without those things, then kudos to you. But if it has not,
it's not too late.
It is not too late, baby. It's not too late. It is never too late. And as an educator, I am very passionate about this. It is never too late to go back to school and complete whatever the credentials you need to complete to help you move to the next level in your life.
It is never too late to start pursuing your dream.
Mm-mm.
We were talking about that the other day. I was talking about the actress Frances Bay who played in the movie Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, she's Happy's grandmother.
Yes. Frances Bay didn't do her first acting gig until she was 59, and it took off from there.
You know, something similar happened for the guy who played Hannibal Lecter in the movie.
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins. Yes. Anthony Hopkins, I mean, he had done a lot of theater, but he didn't have a major movie career before Silence of the Lambs. And we all know how old he was then. He was definitely in his 50s.
Oh, yes.
You know, he looked like he could have been in his 60s, but that, you know how that works
Just didn't
out.
drink enough water.
Yeah, he didn't drink enough, man. I've been moisturizing. But that's another example of not giving up, you know, and
when it's your time, it's your time.
yeah, if you keep trying, if you stay ready so that you don't have to get ready so that when your time comes, you are prepared to receive the blessing. So Anthony had to stay getting his training. He had to stay, you know, in his craft so that when the opportunity came for him to do Silence of the Lambs, he was ready to do it.
Exactly.
You know.
So for those of you that think that school is impossible, getting that degree is impossible, just keep moving forward, even if it's one class a semester.
Yes, even if it's one class a semester.
You'll get there.
You'll get there. Exactly. Amen. Now, what is this next topic you got on our board here?
Well, one can't talk about the summertime without having a hot girl summer.
Have Megan Stallion say it. Hot girl summer. So what about the hot girl summer?
Well, you know, that's, especially in our community, that's when people like to be single and available.
Yes.
And make themselves available.
Like to make themselves available.
You know, body positivity wise, we've gotten to a point where beach is going to get whatever body we give it.
I've gotten invited to so many nudist outings this season.
Really?
Yeah, like a nude pool party, a nude just party, just like chilling kind of party. Like,
yeah. That's exciting.
Well,
are you attending? Listeners want to know.
I'm gonna.
And what's the address?
It ain't my party where I would invite all of y'all. And apparently there's gonna be something that they're calling a chunky dunk.
Oh, so that's in Austin. You're going down the homo hop.
Is that what that is, the homo hop?
Yes. So there is this particular street in Austin, and I think they do it once a month. Mm-hmm. But it's basically a block of like 80 houses, I think. All, just all private homeowners that just all happen to be gay. So you basically walk down this block from house to house, mm-hmm. and every house has something going on. They might have snacks. They might have a DJ. They might have a hookah or something else that you can smoke.
Okay.
But when you get to the very last house, that's the house that has the pool, and they have a water slide that goes into the pool, and customarily you're supposed to get naked and go down the water slide naked.
And that's the chunky dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that, I think whoever's house I'm going over for the chunky dunk, because it's not in Austin, it's in Houston.
Oh, okay.
But
that's something else. That must be something new.
Well, I think it's a private person, but I think they just took the name from what you're talking about.
The Austin one.
The Austin
okay.
one. Yeah. So it'll be interesting because, while I don't have any hangups in front of my partner, mm-hmm. I don't have a partner, P.S., okay, at the time of this taping. So if you're crushing on me out there, you just shoot your shot. You just shoot your shot because closed mouths don't get fed.
And closed legs don't get hit.
Oh, boop. Oh, oh my. Oh my. I'm gooped and gagged. I mean, you speaking the truth.
I'm just saying.
But I wasn't ready for you. I wasn't ready for you. I wasn't ready.
The censors weren't either.
The censors were not ready. That one got past them. They got past the censors. I wasn't ready. Okay, I don't even know where my thought was. Oh, yeah, shoot your shot. Always, but also, you know, be for real. You know if somebody's a good match for you or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Just
Be for real,
be for
also
real.
as in come as you are.
Come as you are.
Don't be pretentious trying to pretend you're something else
Ooh,
because you
please
think I
don't.
like it. Just be yourself.
Yeah, and pray on it. Make sure I am who God wants for you before you come to me. Don't come just walking up on me because you feeling some shifted in your loins. I don't want that. Yeah,
As my DC bestie says, many call themselves.
yeah.
But only one will be chosen.
Oh, praise him. Many call themselves. Yes, I like that. I like that. Although many aren't calling themselves, if I'm keeping it real. But hey. So yeah, hot girl summer. Yeah, you guys get out there, do the thing. Unfortunately, I'll be working.
Hot, so clothes optional. Clothes optional events for the summer just makes sense.
It doesn't make sense. Although I need shade because I ain't trying to get the wrong thing sunburned.
That would be painful.
Right? So when I'm outdoors in the sun, I'm like, okay, where is the shade at? So I was talking to someone about, he was like, oh, do you want to go to the beach together or something like that? And I was like, yeah, but as long as there's shade, as long as we're bringing some umbrellas or something.
I go to the beach all summer long. Maybe once a week, once things stabilize at work and everything, and I keep a 10 by 10. What do you call one of those things? But not the umbrella. Canopy. I keep a 10 by 10 canopy in my trunk of my car.
And you like spear it into the sand? Is that why it's a canopy?
It's got these little anchors that you can put into the sand. But I keep that. I have a folding chair. I have an outdoor rug.
Ooh.
And I just keep them in my trunk. So if at any given moment I feel like going to Surfside Beach, which is one of the beaches south of Houston where you can actually park your car on the beach. It's like, okay. I just make my little stop at Popeyes to pick up some chicken and eat chicken on the beach. Now, judge me if you want, but that chicken hits when it's hot outside.
See, I don't have a trunk. I have a truck, so I don't have a trunk, so I can't keep myself out there like that, but that's a great idea.
But you have a very roomy back seat.
True. So, yeah, y'all go on out there and have y'all hot summer. And I'll be at the office.
Hot girl summer. Put some of those back seats to use. The roomier, the better.
Here is a thing that, the Will Smith's slap of Chris Rock is still reverberating.
They're still talking about that.
There's, for every action, there's some echoes. It's like when you throw a rock in the pond. You have the initial splash that we all talked about.
The ripple effects.
But there's the ripple effects, or even
So what's happening now?
Well, on the intranets, they're saying that they're going to replace Will Smith from playing the genie in Aladdin.
But that movie's already the movie was already released.
No, they're talking about they're going to do a remake, not a remake, but a part 2.
There's oh wow.
Yeah, they're going to do a part 2.
And they're phasing him out.
Yeah, so they won't be bringing him back.
Ew.
Yeah.
Who can possibly replace him?
Well, they are saying The Rock. Who is probably maybe not as good an actor, but Will Smith wasn't always a great actor either. So
he was a great actor when it called for it, but a lot of the roles that he's in don't necessarily require him to do so.
Well, I'm saying he grew into it. He grew into his he's a great actor now, but he grew into being it through all the times he got to practice making films, and and doing that TV show. He got better. So I'm just saying The Rock may not be as good as Will Smith is now, but he's definitely better than he was. But
true.
I think he'll be good as the genie. My short answer is The Rock will be good.
It'll be a
as
real
the genie.
badass genie. The Robin Williams genie was just really quirky.
Can't nobody do it like Robin Williams.
No.
I mean, just point blank, just end it. No one can do it like Robin Williams. And there's probably a better person to do the genie than either one of those two, because neither one of those two are really known for voices.
So I don't know what he's like as an actor or vocally, but just by seeing the type of costumes and characters he's done on some of his videos, I'd be curious to see what Lil Nas X could bring as the genie. I also said this once about him. If they ever did a remake of the movie Labyrinth,
Oh
I would
yeah.
like to see what Lil Nas X could do as the Goblin King.
Oh okay.
As opposed to David Bowie.
Oh, that would be interesting to see him do that. I agree. As long as Lil Nas X can let himself go to act and not be cool, which I bet he could be. I bet he could be vulnerable and do that. And as a singer, you would think, okay, you could play with voices because voices are really just pitch and and placement.
Right.
And so you think that a singer could do that. So the internet, though, there's a lot of people who don't like it. There are a lot of people are saying, "Oh no, don't you dare replace Will Smith with The Rock." I mean, what do you think? Are they taking it too far? I mean, because look at it. They're not doing it as a punishment. They're doing it as a risk avoidance. Mm-hmm. They're trying to avoid
and they're within their right to do that.
They're going, if we let him do this, and if there are parents and people out there who feel
Mommy, isn't that the guy that slapped the other guy at the Academy Awards? Yeah, exactly. I could see that being a concern for parents and causing sales to go down.
Exactly. People may possibly protest and say, "Oh, you guys are normalizing his violent behavior." So it hasn't been that long yet since he did this. So there has to be a certain amount of time. There has to be a moratorium. Is moratorium like, I forget the use of that word. I don't want to use that word wrong, but there has to be a certain amount of time in which we have to let Will Smith sit on ice, and then he gets to come back for what he did.
I don't know. Unless he rescues a kitten from a burning building and it gets caught on.
Right. Exactly. Unless he does something Superman amazing like that. But I think he was from Nigeria or some African man who climbed. There was a kid hanging and dangling from. This might have been an old viral video too. By the way, I think it might have been an old viral video of this African man. It was in California, and this man saw this kid hanging by his arms from like a 5th story like balcony. I guess he had gotten out there and then people didn't know how he got out there. So the man like parkoured his way up the balconies, each floor, till he got up to the same level the boy was on and grabbed him and pulled him up to safety. And actually, he became the governor of that city helped him to become a naturalized citizen.
Wow. Well, it's a good thing it happened in California. If it would have happened in Texas, thanks. You've been deported.
Right? Muchas gracias, but goodbye.
That's impressive. Parkour is one of those things that fascinates me.
Right?
It just makes you look superhuman to be able to do all that.
So we'll see what they ultimately decide to do, if they'll yield to some of the... I mean, I don't know how many people are actually complaining about the replacement. I mean, people have other things to think about, like gas prices.
Oh, God. Yeah. Talk about getting robbed at the pump.
Exactly.
I was like, I would just like to be able to leave the house at any given point in time and not spend $100 just because.
Just because you left home.
Just because I left home.
Yeah. Times have changed.
Yeah, hopefully they'll change back soon.
Yeah.
Because we got to get Putin together.
Let's not talk about him on this. We don't want him coming for us, on this.
Disable us.
Right? We'll be like, our podcast has disappeared. We ain't got that many kind of security protocols on here. Our password is like three letters.
Gay.
Oh, okay. So next, Jesse Williams. We talked about Jesse Williams before in a previous podcast. If you didn't listen to the episode, we'll do a brief recap about what is going on with Jesse Williams, because he just, as of today's recording, he has released a statement. And so what would you what would you like
So
to
just
say?
the recap on it. So Jesse was part of a stage play,
Take Me Out on Broadway.
Take Me Out on Broadway, and he had a very, 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 very intense shower scene that he performed in the nude, with a lot of physical contact with another guy that was also physically nude and on stage. Now you know usually the protocol for watching stage plays like that is that you don't take any kind of video or anything, but somebody took video of him in the shower completely naked, pre-fluffed and dangling and
I mean, all the way down his thigh.
and that video went viral, and he just became the next hot topic.
Yeah. And so everyone's been talking about it, and then Jesse, in an interview, of course, they asked him about it, and to get his thoughts on what is it like to have everybody talking about you right now in this,
Because they're talking.
In everybody. And
I swear, when it happened, like every single chat that I have on social media, be it Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, somebody had sent me that video. So,
Jesse said, in the interview that he really wasn't worrying about it, and of course I wouldn't worry about it either if I was packing like Jesse's packing. So, I mean, he's like, what? Talk about
brother can't hide what Mother Nature provides.
Okay, talk about big dick energy. That's what he's like. I'm not worried about it. He got that big dick energy. I like to hear what that other actor has to say, who not quite as.
He's probably gonna hide.
he's probably gonna hide.
Let me just lay low.
But he said we do need to keep advocating for ourselves, and he was happy to see how the community of performers were pushing back in support of him and in opposition to what happened, which was a total violation. We're joking about it because it already happened, and but all in good fun. But it is a violation of the agreement between the audience and the performers in this case. It's like when a comedian, not quite as intimate, but like when a comedian is testing jokes, or they're recording a special, that's going to go out and they're going to get paid for the special, and they lock people's cell phones up so that information
doesn't leak before the special.
Yeah. So it's a different kind of agreement that was violated, and I definitely feel sorry for him.
It's like leaking intellectual property.
Totally leaking intellectual property. In addition to this violation of Jesse's person, and so of course we don't support that. Although we do support big dicks, and so
and average ones too.
We love all the dicks. But big dicks are just so impressive. Although some are too much.
It's like a trophy on the wall.
It's like a trophy on the wall. It is. It's like,
it's just gonna sit there. You're not gonna do anything with it, but it's just
Most
nice
of
to look
us
at that trophy on the wall.
Yeah, to shake its hand sometimes.
I cannot.
Yes, you can. And you
have. Lord. Oh, that's where we're going today.
You started earlier. You got me clutching my pearls. So I'm like, well, let me get on board. If we being sassy tonight, let me be sassy too.
I'm here for it.
Okay. This is gonna be the explicit episode. We're gonna. Okay, we'll be back after this commercial break. After we go get some water and cool down. I have to talk about.
I'll go pick up some snacks.
Sounds like a plan. Be right back. Bye. Two years ago, I quit my job to move across country to be with the man I love. And honestly, it was a little scary to make such a big decision. But love is worth it, right? Cut to me a year later, and it turns out moving was a huge mistake, and I completely regretted it. So there I was, with no job, no man, and 30 days to evacuate our townhome because he refused to add me to the lease. So I had to get creative. How Hi, I'm Cream Diggler, and I am the founder of Cream Diggler Scammer Associates. I founded this company after my unfortunate breakup, and I had to get revenge on that motherfucker. I may have had to move out of our townhome, but he lost his job and had his car repossessed. That's right, I got revenge, bitch. Let me help you, help me, help you. Call 1-800-FEEDS-ME and I'll send you a personally autographed copy of my new scammer pamphlet. It's not you, it's the rest of them hoes. With cash on delivery. 'Cause why work for it when you can scam for it? She works hard for the money, so hard for it, honey. She works hard for the money, so you better treat her right. Alright, we're back.
I love me some Donna Summer too.
Right? Is it true that she was a little anti-gay? I think I remember reading that. But she didn't appreciate the gays so much.
I don't know.
Later in life, when she became a Christian.
I don't know.
I should have researched that before I said it, but
I guess it's possible.
I do recall
but
that.
I just don't see how you could be the kind of disco queen diva she was.
Well, it was a little bit later in life. Well, you know, they are doing a Broadway story about her.
No,
with her shows, they are.
Oh.
So I'm sure if there was any hint of it, well, her estate probably won't let them leave that in there. Anything that's going to be derogatory about her, they probably wouldn't include.
So they're not gonna let her. They're not gonna do the 16 minutes of moaning in the studio.
That's going to happen. You know that's going to happen.
I love to love you, baby.
I love to love you, baby.
I don't think it was unsung. It might have been before unsung, but I remember listening to a documentary about her and filming that. And then she was so embarrassed to do the moaning and stuff in the studio. She asked them to turn off the light.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Turn off the lights, sweet darling.
She's like, just cut off the light in the studio so she could moan in the darkness so they wouldn't see her while she was doing it.
Oh, man. You want to see who has the best moan? Fake.
Oh God.
Moan.
It won't be.
I don't know. I've never done it before, but you know, in honor of Janet Jackson and Donna Summer and who else?
Megan Thee Stallion. Anybody else?
Does Megan fake moan on one of her albums?
Oh, at the very beginning of Body.
Oh, she did. Oh, okay, I guess I don't remember that.
No. You were not gonna have us do a moan battle.
Let's do a moan battle.
God.
I challenge you to a moan off.
You want the femme one or the butch one?
Let's do both. Okay, who has the best femmes or the best butch? Because, you know, sometimes you got to give him a little femme when you're trying to make him feel like a daddy. And then sometimes you got to give him butch when you want to make him feel like a bitch. You know, so let's see which one we're going to do. My mom, I think you secretly listen to this podcast. Turn it off right now. Okay, or skip about 5 minutes. Okay. Who wants to go first? I'll go first with the femme, and you go first with the butch when we start doing the butch off.
Okay.
Okay. Here goes the femme. And this has not been rehearsed, so I don't know how this is going to come out.
If y'all could just see the look on my face right now.
He's full of joy and gleam and panic. Okay, here we go. I'm going to let it build, so give me a little moment, okay? I got to get into it. Let it warm it up. Sorry. Straight face. You make me laugh. Okay, there we go.
The song ended. I didn't even get to come. Did you? I couldn't.
Okay.
I could see why Donna Summer turned the light off.
Right. Okay. It's your turn.
Oh, I'm doing the butch one.
No, femme.
Oh, femme one.
This is the femme off.
Oh God. And I'm Hispanic. Ay, papi. Ay. fact check over there is trying to keep a straight face.
Oh shit. Okay. Now it's time for the butch off. You gotta go first on the butch off. Okay.
Hold on, let me adjust the EQ, get the deep voice going.
Oh, damn, that sounds good in my ear.
Oh, fuck. Fuck, it's gonna be a lot of cursing. Fuck. Damn. I can't even go through with this. I'm done.
Don't go back. You gotta talk. You gotta at least give me 30 seconds. Go ahead. 20 seconds. Go.
Oh, shh. Motherfucker. Fuck. Oh, slow down. Shit. Oh, I'm close. Fuck. I'm done. I can't do this. I am so done.
Okay. I'm dying. Okay, I have not laughed.
I'm dying too on the inside.
I haven't laughed this hard in a long time. Thank you for this. Okay.
Oh, sure.
Okay, here we go. Here's my butch one. Okay, here we go. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Does anybody out there need a moist towelette?
You know, there is a business out there.
How do you switch from to there's a business out there? How do you switch like that? Oh my God.
Because you know what? Because we as humans, we just exist on a spectrum, on a plane, and we draw energy from the universe that we need when we need it. You know,
we'll go with that.
You know, so but you know, you can get jobs doing sex voiceovers, like I guess like reading sex books and stuff for people. You know, that makes sense, right? Because people want to have books on tape.
I'm sorry. It just reminds me of this one episode of Family Guy where Peter was writing erotic novels and they were having it read by Betty White, the late Betty White. Just the idea of Betty White reading an erotic novel.
Oh, I missed that episode. Oh my gosh, that sounds very
The
funny.
funnier one, there was a clip going around of Gilbert, also the late Gilbert Godfrey, reading 50 Shades of Grey. Talk about, you know, the unsexiest voice ever trying to read. He grabbed my clitoris. I was like,
I love it. Give me some more, Gilbert Godfrey. Give me some more. Hey, touch me. So gently.
Yes, all that. He had no inside voice, and his speaking voice, it just sounded like the male equivalent of Wheezy.
Right. He was the Geico duck until he said something off and he got let go.
Okay. Oh, I could see that.
Oh, is it Geico? No, it's not Geico. Aflac.
Aflac duck.
The Aflac duck. He was the Aflac duck for a while until he said something greasy in the media and or on Twitter and they let his ass go. Y'all gonna get enough of that, you know. But okay, so that was a whole detour from upgrading.
I'm about to upgrade this Moan.
Your film Moan was really good though.
Oh, that makes me feel so.
It was good. It was really good.
I tapped into my inner Sofia Vergara.
And actually, the Butch Moan was good too. You just couldn't stay with it.
I just couldn't commit.
You didn't commit to it because all eyes was on you. The spotlight was on you. But I can tell though there is something there that you know it's definitely there. You know?
All right.
Yeah. You
okay, Coach.
I'm sure you can do it. Okay, so upgrading someone. What does it mean to upgrade or be upgraded? So the people know what we're talking about.
Okay, so when we're talking about when you upgrade somebody, it's when you've dated somebody or, you know, or maybe even just just in a friendship capacity, situationship capacity, spend a lot of time with somebody and, have invested some time, energy, and resources to make them a better version of themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's definitely time, energy, resource. It is, I can't think of what else it could be.
In our community, we like to call them projects.
Are they a project?
Did you take on a project?
Did you take on a project? And the only time you call it a project is if it's someone you're not in love with. If it's someone you're in love with, then you're just supporting.
But then it's an investment.
It is an investment. But if someone you're not in love with, then it's definitely a project.
A project can become an investment.
It can become an investment.
But statistically speaking, you invest in a project and they're going to take their resources and go elsewhere.
Have you ever, when you reflect back, have you ever been a project or has someone ever upgraded you?
I can't think of it off the top of my head. I'm sure there are people out there that can attest and say that Soulful is a better version of himself because they had something to do with my growth and development. And if they decide to plead their case, I might even agree. I just can't think of them right off the top of my head right now.
When I know I have been. I've dated people who were more successful than me when I didn't have much, and they upgraded me in different ways. I've had people upgrade me in the sense of like experiences, traveling, like taking me and exposing me to certain things that I had never had before. I remember I was dating a guy, and this is going to sound real stupid to people now, but I don't think I had ever been to a buffet when I went to college, before I went to college. And we had went to this buffet, all of the friend group from college, and the guy I was dating was from a wealthy family. Not just to be from a wealthy family to have a buffet. But anyway, he hit me on to the fact that you don't take your plate back up to the buffet when you finish eating. You don't go back up. You get a fresh one. You get a fresh plate. I mean, he did it in an all dramatic way. Oh my God, what are you doing? You don't take that up there like that. And I was just like, bitch.
You could have handled that better.
Yes, don't try to embarrass me. But it's like little things like that. I've had people in my life who have upgraded me in that way. There's been times when someone has, because to me it's also like show me how to dress maybe for certain moments and events and things like that. I've had some of that in my life before.
I've looked for those kinds of mentors in my life, but it's so rare that they're available. A lot of what I've learned is just through trial and error.
Gotcha.
Even the simple stuff like, I was writing resumes at a time when people were just going crazy creating all kinds of email addresses. And I just watched people put some of the craziest email addresses on their resumes and such, and I realized, no, I can't do that. I need to put my name dot my last name.
Bussy Control 3001 at gmail.com.
I remember there was one, I was going through the process like, okay, what's your email? Nastygirl69. I was like, and we looked at each other and I'm trying to hold a straight face and I couldn't. I had another young gentleman, his resume actually had H-Town N-word at something like that.
Oh my God.
I was like, but this was like 20 years ago. I mean,
yes.
Just another reason to throw that resume. Someone's going to throw that resume in the trash, poor thing. But, we live and we learn and we grow, and we're fortunate when we have somebody that's willing to take the time and energy to make us a better version of ourselves.
True.
It is a mentorship, but it usually comes with somebody that has some type of a romantic affiliation with you. And like I said, I'm sure I had one. I just can't think of them. I know I've offered those services to people that I've dated.
So you've upgraded folks before.
Yeah.
So and what does that look like?
I've introduced people to different kinds of experiences, foods, places, opportunities, adventures that they may not have otherwise experienced. I think one of the things that I invest a lot of time in, and I could probably honestly say I've done this for hundreds of people over the course of my lifetime. I've upgraded a lot of people through their resumes.
Oh, okay.
I just they start talking about they hate their job, and it's like, well, find a better one. Well, it's so hard. It's like, let me see your resume. Oh, okay. Well, let's make a couple of changes here and there. And I remember there was one friend of mine was working as a cashier somewhere, and was trying to apply for this other job. And he's like, is there anything you can do with my resume? It's like, so I told him, when I help with the resume, it's like an interview process. I'm not going to do it for you. I need to do it with you because I'm going to have a lot of questions for you. And, they would be so basic. Oh, worked as a cashier here. And I was like, okay, well, let's dig a little bit. Okay, how long were you a cashier? 3 years. Did you ever train anybody? Yes. How many people did you train? Maybe about 3 every 6 months. Okay, so 6 a year, 3 years. So you've trained 18 people. Okay. Did you take cash, credit card checks? It's like, yeah, we took cash, credit card checks, gift cards. And it's like, okay. How much cash was in your drawer? $750. Okay, so you managed a $750 drawer. Okay, did you have to sell credit cards or anything like that? Yeah, they encouraged us to sell 3 credit cards a month. Did you make that goal? I was like, oh, I killed it. I did 6 or 7. So, so I'd rewrite their resume based on that. They'd go back and read the rest. It's like, you make me sound like a superstar. You gotta sound like a superstar if you're gonna be applying for jobs.
Yeah,
that's what they're looking
trying to be
for.
competitive. Yeah, right.
And next thing you know, they'd be getting a job that was even higher than what they applied for top dollar.
You better assist the people. I feel like I have upgraded in terms of, like you were saying, experiences, meals, access to things. And sometimes I've done it, it's because, you're my partner, we're dating, so this is just part of the process. And sometimes even doing it, I thought, well, this person may be primarily here for the upgrade and not necessarily as invested in the us of it all. But a part of me was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Since I had people help me out, I'm just going to pay it forward.
Yeah, same here. That's how I've always felt.
It's like, okay, I'm just paying it forward, and the universe will work out the rest if someone has bad intentions.
So one of the biggest upgrades that I'm probably most grateful for, and you'll probably be surprised to hear this. Me having lived in New York for as long as I did, being Hispanic, being a minority in New York, and just picking up a lot of the slang and colloquialisms that are in New York, it was not uncommon for me to use the N-word at the time. And for as long as you've known me, I'm sure you've never heard me say it. Never. But back then, it was just, N-word, please. And so, it was New York. I mean,
that's how,
it didn't matter if you were Black, Hispanic, West Indian, if you were a minority, and, it just... Nobody cared. But, when I moved back to Houston, and I would, on the rare occasion that I would say it, most of my friends didn't care either. I had 1 or 2 friends that were like, Soulful, I really don't like that coming out of your mouth. And it was always in a group environment, and the other friends would be like, oh, come on, it's Soulful. He gets a pass. And I'm really grateful that they were so patient about it. It wasn't a long, drawn out... guilt trip. It wasn't anything about making me feel right. It was just, I don't like this coming from you.
They knew your intentions were not bad. They just didn't like it.
Yeah, and that was enough for me. I was like, I just, if it bothers you that much, I'm not gonna dispute it. I'd like to think I'm intelligent enough to communicate my thoughts with the millions of other words that are available in the vocabulary without having to use that word. Yeah. And it just phased out of my vocabulary, and I didn't realize it till like 6 or 7 years later. Like, I haven't used that word in so long. And I called my friend. I remember calling him one day, just standing outside in front of my house. Hey, what's up? Like, hey, I just had to tell you. You remember 7 years? It was so random. You remember 7 years ago? You told me this. Yeah, I haven't used the word since then, and I thank you for that.
No. That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
And it's funny because I see that now. I have, other friends that are, that are like a mixed group of friends as well, Black, Hispanic, and all that. And sometimes the Hispanic guys will use that word.
Yeah.
And and they'll find, then there'll be the dispute. Oh, I don't like you using that word. Well, it's not a problem because and I'll just tell them. I'll chime in especially if it's like a comment in social media. He's like, I'm not going to tell you can or can't use it, but I just challenge you to use your intellect and communicate your thoughts without having to use that word.
That's a very, very smart way of communicating that. Now, let's transition to celebrities. What celebrities do you think you've seen upgrade someone? The first one, I'm just going to go ahead and get it out of the way.
May as well.
Janet Jackson and her ex-husband Renee Elizondo. And on another level, Janet Jackson and Jermaine Dupri. On a level, on to a degree, not to the same degree that.
I mean, Jermaine had made a name for himself.
He was a name undoubtedly, but no one looked at him as sexy. And even Jermaine said that dating Janet Jackson upgraded him to other women. Like once you date Janet Jackson, other women find you more attractive and like, blah blah blah. That's why he was cheating on her.
Oh wow!
That's why hey, it's common knowledge. They talked about it in Janet Jackson's documentary, so I'm not spilling no tea that nobody else already know. As far as that goes, of course, I'm not saying that Renee Elizondo didn't do no work when he was with Janet Jackson. Clearly, he did. He helped write, he directed stuff, blah 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 blah. But his access to her gave him power that he would not have had. It gave him opportunity that he would not have had, That's just facts. That's just facts. So I think that's just one of the classic Hollywood examples of an upgrade is Janet Jackson upgrading Renee Elizondo. What examples do you have?
Well, since you're talking about your pop icon, I'll talk about mine.
Okay.
Mariah Carey having married Tommy Mottola.
Oh yeah.
The tycoon that was over. I forget what record company it was.
I think it was Sony. Was it Sony?
But I mean, she went straight to the top. Let me be the wife of this man.
So, Tommy upgraded Mariah. Mm-hmm. Totally, totally agree with you. Yes, he totally upgraded her.
Yeah, Tommy. I mean, he was just a plethora of unlimited resources. Mariah undoubtedly had the talent.
Sure.
But she got to where she needed to faster because she had access to all of his resources.
Yes, most definitely. Do you think Mariah Carey upgraded Nick Cannon?
Yes.
I do too.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah, I think she did too. I mean, it kind of made people look at him in a more serious way, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, he managed to get into his own business ventures and really make them pop after that.
Yeah. And so who else would you say has been a part of this upgrading thing?
I think you mentioned it earlier off the air, but we can all agree that Ray J updated Kim Kardashian and the entire Kardashian clan.
He did. Ray J did. Well, Ray J upgraded Kim. Kim upgraded her family. I think. But yeah, it all lays back
or
to...
did Chris use Kim to upgrade the family?
Bam, that's it. Kim used Chris to upgrade.
Chris was the one that saw the business opportunity.
Yeah, she was like, okay. I mean, and I do believe, if we're just talking about that what Ray J said, it was an agreement between Kim and Chris and Ray J to leak/sell the tape. I believe it. I believe that's what Ray J is saying. It was never a total... I need to read more about it. If it was... At some point, there was an agreement between the three of them. Now, whether it leaked right off the bat at first, I'm not sure about that, but I have a feeling that even the leak was...
staged.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to say something that's maybe controversial, but I feel like Beyonce and Jay-Z, right? So I feel like Jay-Z upgraded Beyonce's street credibility in terms of just, okay, this is someone who isn't afraid to be with a rapper, who has this tough persona, and she started actually doing more her persona started shifting. She started doing a little bit more, I don't know, harder songs a little bit, going a little bit more in that direction. So I think
I could see that.
Earlier in her career, he did kind of lift her up because she was very young when they first got together. But I believe,
remember when the tabloids used to show pictures of them. It's like, here are Jay-Z and Beyonce out in public, but walking 20 feet apart from each other.
Right.
Like they were together, but they were trying to hide it.
But I think now, or maybe not now, but later in their relationship, as Beyonce got bigger, she was upgrading him in the sense that he somehow his popness, it also made him less. He became more approachable because he's with Beyonce, I think, which kind of I think maybe broadened his fan base to some degree.
I think it did, yeah. And I think we got to see the proof in that when they went on their Bonnie and Clyde tour.
Oh, yeah, that On the Run, yeah.
Because, the On the Run tour. Because they got to, it's two very, very different genres, the pop and the rap.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow they managed to entertain a wide base of fans.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, yeah, it definitely worked out for both of them.
Completely. Anyone else you want to talk about? I mean, I had Madonna and Guy Ritchie on my mind because I feel like Madonna did upgrade him, but that's kind of an old one. I'm trying to think of like a current one that the young people get. They're like y'all old asses talking about all these old relationships. I'm trying to think, what's a current relationship that might be considered an upgrade? Oh, you know what, Steve?
Rihanna and A$AP Rocky.
Rihanna, A$AP Rocky, yes, right. I mean, he definitely is not on Rihanna's level. That is an upgrade for him, and not that he probably. I'm sure he still has his own money. I'm sure he's traveled the world before Rihanna, but in terms of just his status
and net worth,
you know, are they getting married? Are they engaged or anything?
They're having a baby together,
so they're tied together forever, regardless. And then the other person I was thinking about, Britney Spears with Kevin Federline. Talk about an upgrade. She upgraded the hell out of him.
Yes, she did.
Right? Oh, Mariah Carey and that dancer she's with now.
I forget his name.
I forget his name too. It's not coming to me. But him, that guy. Lots of upgrading happening with these women on these men. And you see it oftentimes with women pop stars, but you do see it with businessmen and women, like them upgrading like regular women. I know one of the housewives of the OC, she used to be a waitress, and then she met her husband on her job, and he picked, he came on to her or whatever and wooed her, and and now she's a wealthy woman.
See, having worked in the downtown area and so many corporate buildings and such, I kind of got used to people just looking for somebody that was on their same level socioeconomically.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the doctor with the lawyer and this and that, just a makeshift power couple from the get-go. Mm-hmm. So when you see people getting together that are from two different socioeconomic places, the six-figure business owner with the waitress.
Right.
It's different, but it's kind of refreshing too.
True.
Yeah, so
it's a little bit of the fantasy that maybe it could happen to me too.
Finally get that sugar daddy.
I've been longing for.
Let me be careful how people thinking you only want sugar daddy.
That's right. We're just joking for the most part. We're only 30% serious.
Just like that 30% cut he wants in the estate.
Right. Cut me my check. Okay. Prenup. Who? Where?
But yeah, I imagine Hollywood does the same thing. A lot of, that you just see a lot of celebrities pair up based on their level of success and involvement in the industry.
Yeah.
You don't hear too much about a main star getting together with a costume designer or a cinematographer. I'm sure it happens.
Yeah, Julia Roberts got with that photographer guy, Danny Moder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's who he wasn't a major star. I don't. Wow, that was sitting back in the back of my brain, waiting for this moment to come jump out. But yeah, it does happen. So I don't think there's anything wrong with upgrading people. I don't even think there's wrong with purposefully looking for an upgrade. I mean, shit, you got to do what you got to do in this life to get where you're trying to go.
I think
you're not using people.
No, but I think if you're upgrading somebody with the intentions of making them a better person for you, it leaves a lot of room for set yourself up for failure.
Yeah, but it's your intention.
Yeah, all about the intentions. Because one, you might not be able to upgrade them to a standard that you're hoping for that might be difficult to achieve. Or you do upgrade them, but they end up leaving you for somebody else.
Yeah. That's when you got to cut a bitch. I'm just playing because Lord knows if somebody, I can see how this could get dug back up in some court case.
You have violated the community standards.
Oh,
if you disagree, if you accept the decision, we won't talk about who does that. Mark Zuckerberg.
Right. Somewhere Elon Musk coming for him too. He'll be buying Facebook.
Trying to buy Meta.
Yes. Oh goodness. So that I think that's all I want to say about upgrading. It is what it is. Live your best life out there.
Pay it forward.
Yeah, pay it forward over here. We're gonna take a little short break and then we'll come back with our top 3.
Yay. Hola muchachos, I'm Esteban with Lala Lopez Family Motors, and my family has been in the business of selling new and used cars for over 3 weeks. Bad credit? We got you. My cousin Tito can assist you with making the proper adjustments so that your credit can get you any car you want, ese. Can we get you into a Pinto, Cadillac, maybe a Beamer? Claro. With our no-hassle 3K minimum deposit, any car on the lot is yours for the taking, hermano. Don't have 3K? No problem. We have no interest loans that only require that you sign a promissory note. A note that promises you'll do whatever we ask, when we ask, until you pay off the loan kind of deal. So don't be discouraged, chica. Come and get your life and your new ride at Lala Lopez Motors.
ABC, easiest 1, 2, 3. Do, re, mi, ABC, 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me, girl.
I try to hang, but that's before my time.
Ooh, that's before my time too. I'm just cultured and know about other things beyond the moment.
There you go. We'll go with that.
Okay, so we're back with for our top 3, and we're gonna keep it brisk, y'all.
May as well. You had us doing all that moaning earlier.
And in honor of the moaning, we're gonna do our top 3 is our 3 favorite body parts on a man and a woman.
Ooh.
Yes, we're gonna equal opportunity up in this piece.
Okay.
Yes. Number 1, and in no particular order. All due respect to the body parts. Your favorite part.
For me, a smile. A beautiful smile will always get me. It opens the door.
Smiles
rolls out the carpet.
Smiles do, yeah. A good smile is important. I guess I'm gonna say smile too, because the smile is important to me as well. Because a part of that smile is nice teeth. Because I would say nice teeth, but
for the most part, I think somebody can have a great smile without having perfect teeth.
Oh yeah, I don't say perfect, but you can't have teeth that's all janky and like need like cavities showing and stuff or whatever. Like, yeah, you might have some protrusions or some unevenness or even a chip or something, but they have to be well kept.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a beautiful smile definitely makes you memorable.
Okay. So my second one is, since we agreed on the first one, my second one is going to have to be a man's back. I love a strong, broad back.
Reminds me of what? It sounds like one of the commercials.
It's probably a commercial too. There's a commercial. It does remind me of one of our commercials. If you've been listening, you know what we're talking about. I do. It's just like someone who's been paying attention to that back work. Because when you work your back, it broadens you out a little bit. It makes your chest kind of stand up. And it just, I don't know, it just looks like strength. Like
especially
strength.
when you get that little V shape.
I'm not even talking about, it ain't got to be that perfect.
It doesn't have to be like a huge V shape, but like.
But it does create that shapey.
Yes.
And because I've seen guys from behind, and I'm like, oh my God, what a strong back. And they turn around and they can have a big belly. Like they're not necessarily in the best of shape.
But there's some definition.
But there's some definition there.
Yes.
The back. Love it.
You're about to start moaning all over again.
Just kidding.
Well, mine's pretty close to that. My second one's actually the small of a man's back.
Oh, the small.
Yeah, it's just such a great. When it's one of those areas you want to touch and explore, for me, it's like it doesn't matter what. That's always the softest person on anybody's, the softest spot on anybody's body.
But they gotta wash that, because if you don't wash it, it can get dirty. It can get dirty right there. I know from experience.
That hoe.
My
Exfoliate.
next one would be, it's a tie between the penis and the buttocks. It's a tie.
I guess it just depends on what mood you're in.
It depends on what mood I'm in. It depends on what it's like on the person. You know, I went on a date with someone, and he just had a banging butt. It was just like pow. And and then I've been in relationships with guys who just had just beautiful penises. It's like penises are kind of ugly, but some penises are just gorgeous. And I guess it depends.
It's like the right amount of sheen, the vein in the right place.
Yeah, the shape of the head, proportion to the rest of it. It's just
you make it sound so poetic.
It is. It's art when it's beautiful. Like it's not nothing that has to be just nasty. That's why I feel like I can talk about
it's an appreciation.
It's appreciation for that part of the body. Like it can be a gorgeous thing. There's some ugly ones out there, trust, but
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I've seen some that look like they've been in a hailstorm.
Jesus be offense. I don't even want to talk about one of my most traumatic penis stories. We'll say that for another day. We talk about traumatic sex stories or something. But anyway, what's your third one?
So my third one, and I guess it just sum it all up. Thick thighs save lives.
I love a thick thigh too. Oh yeah, that's a what you call it? An alternate, close alternate. Go ahead. Talk to us about your admiration of the thighs.
Yeah, it's just I think if you're somebody I think that's where the true thickness comes from. From the hips, butt, and thighs.
Yes.
You can be a big guy, big upper body, big belly, but what's gonna really round it all up and make it all work is having the thick thighs.
Yeah, no bird legs. You can't have bird legs talking about you thick.
You can't skip leg day.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do it. We be talking about y'all with your bird legs and your fine fat chests. I mean, we like your fat chest and your great biceps and triceps and traps and all that stuff. But we like, look at them bird legs. Yeah, good thighs is... Yeah.
Get out the shower, grab that baby oil, moisturize, and they get up to the upper thigh.
Beauty, art. Yes, definitely. Okay,
Truly
now
a work of art.
Now let's give our sisters some love here. What do you love about a woman's body? And I'll go first.
Go for it.
Breast.
All right.
I love particularly cleavage.
Okay.
I love good cleavage. Like it's a teaser. It's I don't want it, but it is very distracting because I don't know. It's like a shiny diamond right there in the middle of the chest or something. Like, you know, which I feel sorry for straight guys because because it's like they put this whole like shiny. It's like a distraction for a magpie or something, you know, right there in the middle of your chest. But then you're not supposed to look at it, you know. Like, don't just stare at my breast. My eyes are up here, but you have your whole cleavage
out.
You know what? I might like the cleavage because it looks like booty on the chest.
Oh goodness! Don't tell her that.
It's like 2 round booty mounds on your chest. Okay. So what do you like?
On women, I love hair. I love hair. It doesn't even have to be long hair. I just, I am so blown away by the creativity and just the endless spectrum of styles that women can do with their hair of all ethnicities.
Yeah. I love women's arms, like a nice toned woman arm, like, it doesn't have to even go as far as like, Angela Bassett when she played Tina Turner, it doesn't have to be that tone. It could be like Michelle Obama. I love her arms. Like or Viola Davis has nice strong arms too.
TLC.
Yes. I love nice Chili. Yeah, I love nice strong arms on a woman.
It's like they're toned, but they're not bulky.
Yeah.
So I get what you mean.
Okay, what's your next one?
A woman's skin. They just it just seems softer, more refreshed, and more moisturized.
Yeah.
So they tend to glow more.
Yeah, oftentimes when I have to, let's say a woman is handing you something, and you touch her hand to grab it. It's like, ooh, it's so soft. It's like your hand is so soft. I'm used to touching these rough men hands. Even a soft man's hands is rough compared to a woman's.
Right.
Yeah. My last one is probably like a woman's legs. Like particularly in heels. I love the way a woman's legs look in heels and what they look strong and real powerful. Yeah. Legs and heels. Women's legs when they're in heels. I like that. What's your last one?
I'll go with the woman's face. Especially, and again, it goes with the makeup. It doesn't mean that they need the makeup. But it's just when a woman really takes her time with the makeup and you see how much work and such she took with the layers to really just, paint this picture for you, for the rest of the world. It's art to me. It's just artwork that's taken time.
It is art, yeah.
Yeah, so it's something I appreciate. Again, it's not like, a woman with no makeup is... No, but when they do decide to apply makeup and they really take their time with it, I'm always just fascinated by the execution of it.
I feel you on that. All right. Well, that's it.
Another wonderful episode with good company, good snacks, and good topics.
Amen.
I cannot believe you made me moan on this.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I can't wait to play it back.
Kill me now.
Oh, you're like, Mom, don't listen to this episode. Oh,
I'm
God.
about to listen to it. Let me pull the plug on this Wi-Fi and on the router in the house. There's no internet. Oh no.
Well, thank you all again for listening to the Soulful Cream podcast. I am Cream Diggler.
And I am Soulful Mexican.
And we will see you next time. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Woo-woo-woo-woo. You have been listening to the Soulful Cream podcast. And honey, we are so thankful for you listening to our little old podcast.
Whether it was your first time or the 100th time, we are grateful for you.
Be sure to share this podcast with your friends.
Don't keep us all to yourself now.
We are the Soulful Cream podcast.